Today we're going to read And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, Dr. Seuss's first book from 1937. It says, for Helen McC., mother of the one and original Marco, who's the leading character in this book. When I leave home and walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, Your eyelids are much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. Now what can I say when I get home today? All along the way to school and all the way back, I looked and I kept careful track. But all that I noticed, except on my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. That's nothing to tell of, and won't do, of course, just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. This can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that's a zebra that was pulling that cart, and that it's a story and no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. There's the zebra. Page turn. Sorry. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast, with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw was a charioteer. A blue and gold chariot, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. The zebra pulling a chariot. No, that won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer's better. He's fast and he's fleet. And he'd look mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and a sleigh. Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. That's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And just to give him a little more tone, I'll have a Rajah with rubies pierced high on a throne. Say, that makes a story no one can beat when I say I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know. It still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite, but he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast, it's hard to keep near it. I'll put it on a trailer. I know that won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy, a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two, at least. But now this worries me in this Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix it up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. I'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. The mayor is there and he thinks that it's grand, and he raises his hat with a dash as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there and aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story no one can beat when I say I saw it on Mulberry Street. With a roar of his motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad. But it still could be better. Suppose that I add. What do you think he's going to add? No. Whoa. A Chinese boy who eats with sticks. A big magician doing tricks. A 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I'm almost home. I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great. For I had the story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the book. You can find the resources online to read the book yourself, or have your parents read it to you, and hope to see you again.